Follow us. One God, one way, one Son, one cross, one grave, one resurrection, one ascension. But there's another return. Everywhere I turn and I look, I see Christ's work. Products of salvation on the T like them white shirts. Gaining optimal health for turning to Christ first. Resisting the culture in a state where the night lurks. Underneath the cover of light hurts a price worth. Wrestling with sin like they don't know that a knife hurts. Wrestling with a man with a knife, you wouldn't dare this. That's like living wicked lives, but still we couldn't care less. But sin is like a snake and Satan is gonna bite all the people that agree that Satan is alright. They do this through the lust for the world, and I'll admit that half the people patients in the waiting room that are sick don't even know it. And Satan knows this. The greatest trick he ever pulled was getting him to think he doesn't exist. Now a shift, this is it. Satan's looking to sift, but understand he faces a God who's holding a switch. I'm out. His return is soon, but you gotta ask yourself, in this time, what do you believe? I'll tell you what I believe, but I'd rather show it to you. It's a community of believers under the umbrella whose unity is in the belief that the sun's stellar and out of this world, not of this world, but still we live in it. Gospel is the business, and yeah, we are the businessmen, fully capable, made so because he lay low, was made po, despised, ridiculed, became the scapegoat. Walked to the market, and yeah, he paid the pesos so we can see our faith grow, but only through grace, yo. If world is norm, he's the antithesis. If that's the case, then that means that the anti-freezes, but really blood relative, like an auntie's nieces. The antithesis is all this really anti-Jesus, but still they doubt God's grieved and he filled with sorrow, despite the fact he's higher than Mount Kilimanjaro. Men choose to delay and they chill on borrowed time, not repenting today, but they will tomorrow. I'm not done yet. Nah, I still gotta lay out some groundwork, some foundation work on this one. It's a work in progress. It will not be fully complete till we see the sun coming, cracking the skies. Sin brings pleasure, but it is not justice, and bringing it in the church only makes the flock flustered. We're biased to the king, you can call us pop trusters, and we see the whole field, kinda like crop dusters. I know this is the third verse, but let me introduce the God who wants to give you a sip, but not of the gin and juice. Nuh-uh, he wants to give you the water in its truth, to get in the booth and spit to the culture in its youth. I know that hip-hop sways, we in the hip-hop days, but found a God who's in tip-top shape, and rules to heaven, he's constant. We got these flip-flop ways, and doomed to the grave, till we found this God's grace. So in conclusion, as I part, the credits roll. Woe to the non-believer who is better sold, because a life without Christ is like when cheddar goes. Come to the family of Christ and live forevermore. Let's go! Beats can be nice, lyrics can be nice, but what happens after the music stops? We gonna continue to push forth the gospel of Jesus until that day when we see the sun come again. Jesus Christ.